this interview about your next Mindset Masterclass.
Hey, Jara. Thank you. I'm happy to be here again.
So this Mindset Masterclass for this month is about brain food for precision eating and thinking. So all related food, productivity, creativity. So what is this masterclass about?
Yeah, perfect. It's definitely about, so when we talk about nutrition and everything, we all understand, okay, you need to eat a healthy, balanced meal. But what people don't understand is basically how the ingredients in these healthy nutrition food choices that you're making actually impacts the way you think and impacts the way you perform at work or anything like that. And these are things people don't think about. And it's the biggest influence and has the biggest impact on the way people think as an entrepreneur or even as a leader. So if, for example, if you eat chocolate every day, really extreme example here, Jara. So if you eat chocolate every day, yeah, you'll get that burst of energy from sugar. But what is that long-term impact on your thought process? What does that have on the way you lead and how people perceive you as a leader as well? If a certain impact on your body, on your nutrition and on your body. So basically, I will be explaining the difference between what eating can do for you with your mindset.
That's incredible. And as well, you want to have this masterclass super interactive. So how do you want to have this interaction with the participants?
Yes, it will be super interactive in the sense that I will need feedback from the participants in order for me to really understand how they function, how they what does their daily life look like and how can it be improved, and do they see areas of improvement. So it will be almost like coaching masterclass, but it will be very interactive and learning as well.
And then, like you were mentioning, like you are eating something and then you have like a consequence, of the food. And as well, like every ingredient and vitamins, they have an impact on your performance and even creativity for innovation or drive, motivation, like how you deal with frustration. So all related to food, emotions, results, performance. So how can you develop a little bit all of this?
Yeah,
what's important, is food.
Yeah, exactly. So when we talk about food, there's primary food and secondary food. The primary food we're talking about is more like emotions and your mindset and the way you think. And like I said, people tend to not know or they just don't think about this, is that there's the secondary food, which is the food that we actually eat, has an impact on the primary food, on the way we interact. It develops our emotions, it develops the way we think. So it's all about, if we split it up between primary food and secondary food, then you'll have a better understanding and connecting the dots on like why certain day you're a little bit lethargic, or certain days you're thinking, you're like, you're running a mile a minute in your brain. So it's all based on that secondary food that's feeding your primary food.
That's super interesting. And can you give us a little bit of examples of what is a primary food and secondary food?
Yeah, sure. So like I said, the primary food is more like your, how do you say it? Like your emotions and your mindset and basically the way you act, right?
So let me understand. So primary food is all what you are thinking.
Yeah.
So this is the impact on your eating and, all the process of eating. And then secondary food is the real food you are eating. And
exactly.
You are making how you digest all the food and the impact.
Exactly. So if we were to, if I were to teach someone, and it's completely, and this is a perfect example, Jara, because people don't understand this. there's that primary food in our cells. We are the food that we're talking about, or I'm talking about here, is not like the physical food, but the food that feeds our cells, feeds our souls, and feed our mind. It's actually that, as you said, the thoughts, the mindset, and your behavior and everything. That's really your primary food, because that's what comes out. That's what's being exposed, and that's what's being projected to the world, and also within yourself. The secondary food is actually the physical food, like protein, eating eggs, like you said, broccoli earlier, or any food that will give you energy and give you things that will provide you nutritional value. That part is actually feeding into your primary food and how you interact. And as you said, the primary food can also impact your secondary food. So if we understand it in this way, in this cycle or circle, then you would really understand how certain things impact you, the way you think, and how food is really, really impacting you.
Wow, that is amazing, Rhys. I cannot wait to go and learn in this masterclass. So, only for a reminder, on Friday, 15th of April, noon CAT, we have this Mindset Masterclass, Brain Food for Precision Eating and Thinking with Rhys Li. And it is only for premium members of Collabwith. So, you can join Collabwith as a member, and then you will have access to this Mindset Masterclass and actively participate in this.